Good morning. Okay, we're continuing with the sharpening of this knife. We found the sweet spot. We found the angle. We interpreted what we saw, where the marker was removed. We interpolated, made a decision how we were going to work with that interpretation. I decided I was going to sharpen this knife at 16 degrees. My stones, if everything that not if, because of everything that I learned by matching and finding a sweet spot and then matching the angle and removing the ink, told me that it was around a 15 and a quarter, 15 and a half degree bevel on this knife from side to side, pretty good. So I decided I want to go with 16 to start. Why to start? Start wide. See where it falls with the stones. Working the edge on both sides. You can always, with that same stone, you can always dial it down if you find that you're not covering the shoulder, that you're seeing how your stones are, and we're going to look at that. But think about it, and for you guys that are just starting, I'm looking at it steps ahead, and I'm sorry, but it's hard to not show you the simple side, and then those of us who are particular and working to be precise with what we're doing. It all goes together, and you can't do one and just stop there. I guess I could do a clamp and go sharpening, which I will soon. Anyway, so we went through and we matched it and all. I decided on 16. I decided on 16 because if I want to dial it down, I can dial it down. I don't want to start the first time that I made the decision what I'm going to do with my stones. I don't want to start out right at that angle, 15 and a quarter degrees, and hope that everything translates. You're using different stones, they're different thickness. Now you're setting it up with your cube. You're getting as precise as you can from side to side. So start a little wider. You're just making that first impression. I don't want to get cut. You're making that first impression on this bevel. You're just doing the scrubbing. Remember, it's the first stone, the first touching. You're trying to see, did all that other stuff work for you well? I did. I applied the ink again. I set my angle at 16 degrees. I started with the scrubbing. And I'm at the top, just what I would expect. And I'm at the top. And there's a lot of things I want to talk about, but I don't want to talk about them all at the same time because, see, and there's the shoulder. You can see the line of the shoulders here. So I'm not at 16 degrees because I am being conservative. I've learned to be conservative and to dial it down if you're absolutely crazy to match that shoulder. Or you can work on 16, and I just touched it. It hasn't even formed what would be a shoulder to this bevel I'm applying to see how far down it's going. Now this is the right side of the knife, and we're coming off the tip because we discussed the tip in the earlier sharpening session, and now we're, after our interpretation and interpolation, we're going to see how it matched. And I didn't do this and redo it and do this. This is after I got all set up. And see how that tip drops off? It's like forever to follow that down. And it's at the tip the 16 degrees drops below the apex, which is exactly what we were discussing. Bear with me, it's not so easy to hold the scope, handhold, and walk it out to the tip. There's the blue is at the top of the bevel. I'm going to stop here.